Today's quote comes from Greg McCowan. He is an author. He's a public speaker. He is a leadership strategist. He's actually the author of the book Essentialism, which has had a profound effect on my life. Greg McCowan says, remember that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Remember that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Greg is basically saying, you already knew this. I'm giving you a reminder. If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will.
You better get your priorities straight.
Greg's saying there's no in between. There's no neutral. You must learn to say no and have a reason.
Nope, not changing my mind.
Oh, I hope somebody receives that today. Somebody said in the comments a few morning motivations ago, no is a full sentence. Oh, I love that. The old adage says, babies and children are either being molded or they're molding you. There's no in between.
There is no in between.
There's no neutral. As parents, you must learn to say no. And we are seeing a very similar approach here with today's quote. Remember that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. There's no in between. Prioritize means to determine the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks according to their relative importance. You are determining the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks. In order to prioritize, you have to first know what you want. I'm pausing because the obvious question is, so what do you want?
What do you want, man?
Nah, I'm not talking about what you want for dinner. I'm not talking about, what you want in the temporal. I mean, what do you want out of life? And if you could answer that question, are the decisions you're making leading you toward those things? Only you can answer that. It requires some introspection. It requires some self-reflection. Why do you work where you work? Why did you, I'm going to get myself in trouble. Why did you marry who you married? Why do you have the degree that you earned? Look at your calendar. What's there that you've intentionally placed there? What's there that you actually want to do? Like you are excited about it. Like as you see that event approaching, that thing coming up, as it gets closer, you even get giddy. Like you start to smile for no reason. No? You don't have anything like that on the calendar? Oh. What's on your calendar that you want to do? Like, not that you have to do, but that you want to do. Are you making space for what you want in your schedule? Like, what priority does your want have in your to-do list for today? I was reading a Medium article that kind of touches on a very close point of what our quote of the day is dealing with. And the writer says, I rarely made hard and fast decisions about what I really wanted. I always looked to others for advice because I truly believed they must know something that I didn't. That other people could live my life better than I could. This stems from a massive fear of doing it wrong. That's the excerpt from the article. And so I read that and I was like, mercy. I want to set somebody free today.
Help set me free.
In our morning motivation. And so here's the news flash. Everyone is figuring it out. I want you to drink deep of this one truth. Everyone. I don't care where you see them. They could be on the news. They could be running for public office. They could be the CEO of a company. They could be your boss. They could be an entrepreneur. They could be a content creator with millions of subscribers. I don't care where they are, what they're doing. I want you to drink deep of this truth. Everyone is figuring it out. Everyone is figuring it out. It's easy to think that everyone but you has their life together. It's easy to think that other people have some kind of life map that you never got. It's not true. It's a lie from the pit of hell. And I have come this morning to ask you to stop letting life happen. Stop filling your days with have-tos and start adding and prioritizing some want-tos. Here's your challenge for today. It's something I want you to actively do, should you choose to accept it.
Your mission.
Put one thing on your calendar that is just for you each week or each month, and make it non-negotiable. Prioritize it. Say no to anything that comes against it. Put one thing on your calendar that is just for you. It is a want and not a have to. It is something that gets you excited. It is something that is going to step you methodically towards your goals. Put it on your calendar each week, each month, each quarter, and make it non-negotiable. Prioritize it. Say no to anything that comes against it. Listen, our daily lives can easily become cluttered with errands to do, places to be, people to see, and things to remember. When we have too much in our hearts, minds, and schedule, space for us to live a meaningful life gets squeezed out. We spend our time and energy doing what we have to do and not what we want to do. Greg McCowan is reminding us today for our morning motivation that if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. And that, my friends, is your morning motivation.